Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Everybody subscribe on your way in. Everybody like this video on your way in, man. So look, man, Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, man, it's over for them. It's over. You see how they doing all rappers nowadays. Who's to say that they not finna get Yo Gotti and Black Youngster just like how they got Young Thug and all those guys, right? It's the time has come to where they have to either turn themselves in or they're being captured. So technically, it's almost as if they on the run, man. In other news too, they not allowed in a lot of these big cities. They can't go to the hoods right now. Like they wanted to go to Atlanta, they can't go to Atlanta because all the people that rock with PRE and Young Dolph in Atlanta, that's tied with Gucci, they not going. They already said that they're banned. They can't enter. They can't even check in. Like, you know how you're supposed to check in? Well, look, if they went there, they're not even supposed to check in. Like, they're not supposed to be there. They can't even check in. So, with that being said, man, it's all these different places where they're banned from. They don't want to go. Like, they can't go now. Like, the NBA don't want them to come back. They didn't want to make a big scene, so they didn't try to like get rowdy with them when they was at that Grizzlies game, man, at that Memphis game. But they told them you can't come to the NBA Finals, you can't come to the West Finals, anyways. Your team lost because of y'all. So that being said, too, like, man, you if you booking Black Youngster, you see how Black Youngster has not done a show in a long time. He hasn't done a successful show. All the shows that he's been doing, they've been getting canceled. They've been getting basically last minute adjustments where they say you can't have this dude in here because of the danger. All these people looking for him. They try to play the diss songs and they basically get banned right there from there. And y'all gotta realize, man, that if it's affecting their business like this, that means they're really guilty, man. Only the guilty people will have it to where, they start losing money over this. It's because they have a lot to hide. And the people with a lot to hide, man, after a certain while, they're going to fold under pressure, man. A lot of pressure is being applied. They're in the hot seat. They're going to start to crack soon. And eventually, one of them is going to rat the other person out. So if Black Youngster gets caught up first, he's for sure going to have to tell on Yo Gotti. It's the only chance he has to basically survive and not have to be locked up forever. Like, y'all got to understand that these guys did a RICO. They're involved in a RICO. And so even though they haven't came out with all the paperwork saying the proof of how exactly they did it, that stuff can't be released and shown to you right now. That's in the feds. That's Fed paperwork. The feds don't show their paperwork until afterwards, like to the public. You know what I'm saying? These guys are caught up in basically in between the transition of the state case to the Fed case. So they're going to save the RICO for the feds. And that's why they're not doing it like the Young Thug where the state's trying to come with the RICO. No, they have a real big RICO that the feds have been keeping an eye on CMG, Black Youngster, and Yo Gotti and Moneybagg Yo for quite some time. And they started realizing a lot of these connections with all these hits that go around and then the amount of money that is transferred out of their bank accounts right after into these guys' accounts who end up getting bond somehow. And so the last time some stuff went down in Memphis, like retaliation style, something in the streets, Moneybagg Yo and Yo Gotti and Black Youngster, their bank accounts came up in question to one of the dudes who was being held. And because the investigators are trying to wonder how did he get this bond, because they want to know who this guy is tied to. They want to know who's the person that's writing the checks. And y'all, they're not working like it's a store or nothing. This must mean that for him to do those hits, for these people to do these hits from Yo Gotti is paid. Every time they're getting in trouble, it's like Yo Gotti's dropping money into their bank account. And that's all that stuff could be traced, including the phone records that show you know, Yo Gotti's pinged and Moneybagg Yo's pinged location inside of that Bentley because they had the CarPlay on. Their radio, their Bluetooth basically gave away their location. The same type of technology they were using to track Dolph is the same type of technology that's going to end up getting them indicted because of the fact that they placed themselves at that place at that time when, you know, they weren't even supposed to hate that much to even plan a hit, but they wanted to watch, they wanted to confirm and be there. And that ended up backfiring on them because their location ended up getting pinged on the nearby cell tower. When you can't run away from the evidence, they leave all this evidence left over for us to break down, and this is what we get. The fact that these guys are on the run and they deleted their Instagram pages. Yo Gotti deleted his whole Instagram page. You remember that, right? Exactly. And then now he brought it back up and put all these posts, but you see that there's no posts from before November 17th. He deleted all his whole thing right after the Dolph situation because of the fact that he tried to go live on the airplane, and once he realized that people know that when you're going live on an airplane, that specific jet, that the specific one, that did not have Wi-Fi, so he was still on the ground in Memphis. So that actually puts him on the same street because Airways is at the airport is literally just like a mile or so down the road from Makedas Cookies on Airways. It's on the same street. So it's safe to say Yo Gotti was actually on the same street as where Young Dolph was seen, where, you know, the MPD came and got him from. And Moneybagg Yo's car was also on that same street. So that's real hard evidence right there that puts Yo Gotti on the same street as where the Young Dolph situation happened, and Moneybagg Yo within feet away, within just a matter of feet away from that front door of the Makedas Cookies. Because when you look at the picture of that Bentley driving down Airways, that street, Airways, and the cars, they drive and they pass in front of Makedas Cookies. So if somebody was driving down that road, they would be technically in front of Makedas. So you could just say that Moneybagg Yo was right there in front of Makedas when everything went down. So, man, I want y'all to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you come back for the next one. You stay tuned because we're about to be dropping some major breaking news that's going to flip this whole thing on its side, man. We're going to try to get a lot more details out of Young Dolph brother and see he's going to be coming out and speaking soon. So when Young Dolph brother speaks out, you have to come and watch that video. So subscribe to the channel, and yep.